How goes it? I'm Wills Maxwell Jr. and this is What Did We Miss? Here I tell you the stories that WWAY did not. These are the stories so overlooked that a comic with zero following gets to make fun of them on TV. Spanish winemaker Crusoe Treasure keeps their wine cellar 20 meters underwater. The bottles, retrieved by scuba divers, are aged for 18 months. According to the winemaker, the water pressure, darkness, and temperature makes the wine soft and silky. What I like about aging wine is that someone can tell you a method is better and you have no choice but to take their word for it. I'm going to open a winery where all the bottles are constantly listening to audiobooks. Welcome, are you interested in fiction or nonfiction? I can offer you a rich Malbec that's been listening to Ta-Nehisi Coates for 2 years straight. This seabed cellar was inspired by tales of champagne found in shipwrecks. According to these tales, divers would bring the centuries-old champagne to the surface, pour it in their glasses, sip the sunken nectar, and go, we should tell people this was good. The cages the bottles are kept in also function as an artificial reef. Each bottle is worth $60 to $100, but if you want to replicate the experience yourself, I'd recommend dunking your box wine in a fish tank. Uber has unveiled designs for their flying taxi. Uber Air is meant to keep passengers from being stuck in traffic. My recommendation, if your Uber pilot has less than 5 stars, do not go in the air with them. Not a lot of room for imperfection in flying. For a better understanding, let's take a look at this perfectly realistic 3D model. As you can see, it looks like an Autobot that transforms into a helicopter even though it's never seen one. Inside are 4 seats that glow green if there are orcs nearby. The luggage glows too, so that way you won't forget to grab it. Also, orcs. Passengers can easily slide inside, but have to sit in each seat first. When you think of comfort, you think of charging points, cup holders, or screens. This taxi has none of that. The service is expected to release around 2023. Your frustration with the delay is expected around 2024. A 4-year-old boy in Minnesota took his great-grandfather's SUV so he could buy candy.
I hit this gas brake and like that.
And where were you going?
To the gas station.
How come?
Because I will have Reese's.
I'll tell you right now, he is not sorry. He said Reese's like that's the obvious answer. Cars are literally vehicles to get candy. In his mind, candy is the reason grown-ups invented cars. Sebastian used his great-grandfather's walker to get the keys off the wall and hopped in the car. He made the 1.5-mile trip in rush hour, got to the gas station where he was met by cops who were responding to calls of erratic driving. At just 10 to 15 miles per hour, Sebastian was able to knock out a few mailboxes and he hit a tree. None of this stopped him from getting to the candy. This is a kid of singular focus. Any obstacle on the path to candy can and will be crushed by an SUV. The story is only funny because it didn't end up as bad as it could have. I hope this serves as a lesson to all the parents and guardians out there. Please, just keep Reese's in your house at all times. I'm Wills Maxwell Jr., and that's what we missed.